Medicare.
Okay, gotcha. If you had to choose an Advantage plan, where would Humana be on the heap? Toward the bottom or toward the top?
Well, the PPO plan I don't recommend too often. More the HMO Gold plan, which is very, very rich in benefits. That's what I usually do with the Humana. The PPO plan is not as PPO as you really think it is. It's more of a limited network that has more doctors than an HMO.
Do you like the HMO better, or do you like the PPO better when it comes to Advantage in general?
Depending if their doctors take the HMO, I would definitely do the HMO because of the benefits are much, much more rich.
So if you took an Advantage plan with an HMO and you stuck to those doctors, you would have very little out of pocket?
Correct. Your out-of-pocket mass is a lot lower. Your copays are tremendous. So under the HMO plan, the benefits are just much more rich than the PPO plan.
And what about
PPO
drugs?
Plan has a little bit of a larger network. That's why you go with the PPO.
What about drugs with the HMO?
They're amazing.
Oh, wow. So it is good in some circumstances, but they're limited in providers.
Correct. So if something major happened that crystal ball, you don't have that crystal ball and you needed to go to MD Anderson and you're on that HMO plan, you would not be able to do it.
I get you. Okay.
We want our clients to have much more of a vast variety of doctors where they can go nationwide in case something major happens. That's why the supplement is much more important.
Yeah, that's why I love you guys. I really do. At Integra Insurance, great people. For health insurance, you don't pay a dime more going with them. Why would you not use them? And they're at 303-466-5500. 303-466-5500. All right, so Al wants to talk about Cherry Creek Schools refusing to pay his daughter. Stuart, you held a long time yesterday. We're going to get to you. And Chloe lives in Bowling Green at that condo place. No power. Adding to the list.
She has a 2-week-old, Tom.
Uh-oh. We're going to talk about that.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Dan Caplis at 4. More with Tom Martino coming up on 6:30.
Bowling Green.
Yeah, I know. I get a fast visit signal.
Well, maybe in that room we should, for this one call, because this is serious. These people are without power.
It's fairly slow, as you can expect, for the lunch-hour drive, not to mention a rocket.
What's the phone number over at Bowling Green?
And there's a possible medical emergency off the shoulder, northbound I-25 north of 6th Avenue.
303-988-0700. I ought to memorize it by now.
And this is Hammerschmidt?
This is, Hammerschmidt.
You're a mycetitis.
I-25 there, stop and go, approaching Arapahoe. Earlier crash.
I don't know what's going on with the phones. I haven't got a single call out, no matter where I've tried downstairs, the office over here. I've given fast visit signals.
You're positive
that's crazy.
that it's happening on all of those.
That studio over there, right there, I've been using it because we don't have another phone. I get fast visit signal there.
Go over to that studio and make a call to me and myself. Just see.
Just call you.
I'll finish it off for you.
Yeah.
Centeno Schultz, Living Stem Cell Therapy, the place I recommend. Why? TheStemCellExperts.com. That's why. They do these weekly seminars. You know, a lot of people think seminars are just a sales job. In fact, they don't do any sales, really. They just do information. They answer questions. They also show you examples, and they will read your MRI. They will even provide ultrasound on the spot and do somewhat of a screening. Listen, your screening is covered by most insurance. And if you need stem cell therapy, they'll tell you. If not, there are other procedures less expensive that they can handle. TheStemCellExperts.com, but it's stem cells and more. Only at Centeno Schultz, the only ones I recommend for this procedure, 303-963-9201. 303-963-9201. TheStemCellExperts.com. Hello.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur. While building 5 successful businesses, I've experienced fires, water damage, employee problems, and just about every problem you can imagine. But I have to tell you, one of my least favorites is having to tell my wife, honey, the business needed some cash, so I had to haunt the house. And waiting for her response of, again? bankers weren't so strict, we small business owners wouldn't need to mortgage our homes to help our businesses. But they are, so we do. That's why I built Patriot Software.
I assume that was you that answered.
Yeah, you, but we can't call any of these out numbers at Fast Visits.
You tried the other numbers?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think network says, Verizon says there's a network area failure.
That's patriotsoftware.com.
So something's...
I think you said it on that other one. Oh, man. Oh, you just said this.
Yeah, I told you.
See if Verizon's working yet.
Shrinkage. God, it was a funny episode. She laughed. She goes,
It's like a turtle, like a scared turtle.
and then he serves her lobster. Oh, he opens an explosive.
Braden, hey, I got out. Braden, this is Clint with the Troubleshooter Show.
Ah, it's the fucking oven.
We have had some kind of a telephone failure. We can't. That phone number gets a fast busy signal, but it's not just that one. Number of phone numbers we're trying to call with fast busy signal. But I just got you through my cell, so I'm going to try through my cell so we reach them.
86.
Yeah, we've had. Yeah, I know. It's. We can call each other in here, but as soon as we try to call other numbers, I don't know if it's here or where.
In fact, I remember.
Anyway, I'm not trying. Now my cell's working. I was getting a error message on it too, but let me try them from here.
Crawl.
We're not ignoring you. We're keep trying. Thanks. I'll give you a call back. Bye. Okay.
Frisbee golf.
I got through to him finally.
Best you can time me.
That's George.
Nope, call can't be completed. Verizon still.
Hello, Newman. It was very few, 15. I always thought it was a lot more.
Yeah. Some of them, they say it's hard, but some of these are super simple.
Remember, we were going to put together one. What is Elaine's sister's name? I actually know
That's one of the
this.
tougher ones. That's one of the tougher ones.
What is
I've heard it before, though.
I think it's Gail.
Would you find a trivia site?
Yeah. So
I think it is Gail. Newman's first name. I don't think they
Go to Hooters on Tuesday night. You'll win the trivia contest.
I think they get some real hard ones. This one's not that hard, really.
The trivia contest at Hooters on Tuesday is easy, really.
This one's funny, isn't it? Oh, she cries. She constantly bursts into tears for no Your grandmother died. No, a hot dog makes you.
I fell out, but your grandma dies and you don't.
A hot dog makes you burst into tears, but your grandmother dies in nothing. Damn it! And you kind of screwed me because if you weren't around, I would have got 30.
All right.
You know, this is a fucking example where I do what somebody asks and they want to fucking redo it because they...
Uh-oh.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome. Let's talk. Stuart, what's going on? How can we help you, Stuart?
Hey, Tom, just got a super quick question for you. I just bought a house out east, like Lyman, Bennett, Stroudsburg area. I'm getting a privacy fence built. I found out you got to have a permit for that. Do you really recommend getting something like that on something so cheap? I mean, I just don't want the county or the city to come back on me if I really don't get it, but I feel like I'm far enough out here, nobody's going to worry about it.
Okay. I've gone both ways in the past with permits and no permits. The only danger is if it's not done properly with a fence. They will make you remove it and redo it if it's not done, properly, okay? If it is done properly, there's a penalty, and you pay it, and you're done. So that's the danger. That's the downside. But really, Stuart, there's not a big deal getting a permit, so why would you resist it?
Because it's just more money I don't want to waste.
It's not that much money. These permits, The permits for fencing's not that much. Out there, what would it cost, Deputy? Do you know? Have an idea? Don't? It's look
based on value.
Yeah. What are you spending out there?
It's $75 for the permit, 2-day turnaround.
And whoa! So $75 is going to make or break the deal, or what? That's not a lot of money.
No, I'm just being cheap.
Okay.
I'm dropping another $4,000.
Who's doing the work? Who's doing the work?
I've got a contractor.
And your contractor will do it without a permit?
Yeah, he says, being in a small town, everybody knows everybody. He says he's done hundreds of fences, and he's never pulled a single permit. And
then can you get it? Okay, let's assume he has a good reputation. Let's assume he's not going to rip you off. You're not going to give a lot of money up front. Let's assume all that's already taken, okay, or a given. Now, if in fact that's true, then simply get something saying that if you do need a permit, he's going to backtrack and do it for you, and you'll pay the fee.
All right.
Why don't you, then let him take some of the responsibility. Chloe, this concerns me, and Deputy Clint is really trying to work on this. So you live in Bowling Green condos.
Yes, I do.
And Hammerschmidt is the management company. And they know... Huh?
I said yes.
Okay, so you have a 2-week-old baby?
I do. He's a week and a half. He'll be 2 weeks fully on Thursday.
God, what are you doing without electricity? This must get too hot for this little pumpkin.
It does. So the only thing that we're able to do is there's a gas station right up the street. So we'll be able to go to the gas station, and he'll give us hot water to at least heat up his milk and ice to keep the breast milk that I'm
This sucks.
Cold.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
And Hammerschmidt, do you call them?
Yes, I call them every hour almost to ask for updates. The last update they told us was they're working on getting permits from the city to allow generators to heat up or to
cool down
power to certain apartments, but not all of them. So it's a catch-22.
They better do the high risk. I understand there's some really old people there on oxygen.
Yes, one of the neighbors is on oxygen and is actually in ICU right now because they were without power for 45 minutes before anybody knew to come up here and get them.
God.
Yep.
And Hammerschmidt, for those who live there who need to get through or who need to let them know that they need to make this a priority, is 303-988-0700. This is wrong. Now, listen, I don't want to assume they're not taking this seriously. It's not their fault if the permit process is held up, but they have to declare it an emergency. They have to say to the city, this is serious stuff. This is not something that is, voluntary. We need to get some generators in there. So are they saying they will put the generators in there?
They're saying that they will put the generators in. They just don't know when. And they need to get the inspection by the city and county of Denver and by Excel before they can even turn the generators on.
But when will they actually do something about the transformer?
I have no idea. They haven't said anything about the transformer.
It has to be replaced, right?
Correct.
And they have not told you when that might happen?
No, and it's already been a week.
See, this is ridiculous.
Today marks 1 week, yes.
This is crazy. So 1 week they don't even have generators. And people who are considering management companies, you might want to keep this in mind. Now, your HOA ought to get involved. What are they doing?
Our HOA isn't doing anything about it. They're just redirecting us to Hammersmith.
And this is a prime example of a runaway management company where owners are, again, complacent or apathetic. They leave it up to a management company such as Hammerschmidt. And what happens is these people, I want to give out the right number. I did give out, oh, no, I didn't give out the right number.
I thought you said 988.
Yeah, 980.
And that's why Clint's getting a fast busy. He's not dialing the right number.
Tell Clint that because for some reason he's having terrible time getting through. 303-980-0700 is the number. Yeah, tell Clint that. 303-980-0700. These people have to do more than try. They have to try harder. And again, I'm not going to assume they dropped the ball, but 1 week is crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Chloe, get your name on our list here. We want to stay in touch with you tomorrow and so forth, and we're going to call out Hammerschmidt. I mean, this is when you really care about management, when the stuff hits the fan, you know? Anyone can manage when all you're doing is collecting money. But when it comes time to do something, you better step up.
This report is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans.
There's a couple of trouble spots.
Just a stupid trivia thing.
Seinfeld trivia.
Are you doing a trivia on Seinfeld?
Yeah.
And are you doing well?
It's hard.
They ask names of different actresses and stuff. And I'm the worst at that.
Yeah, I don't know real life.
I don't remember names and stuff.
Give me an example of a question.
Elaine's jazz saxophonist Bo.
Oh, come on.
John Germain won't perform what intimate? I actually know this. What intimate act?
Oh, I know.
That's
Of course,
easy.
that's easy.
What, oral sex?
Yeah.
Because he needs his tongue.
No. He won't, but it happens when he does.
John Fuller, Fuller Law, the person you can call if you're injured. You're not sure whose fault it is. You're not sure if you can collect. You're not sure how much it's worth. John Fuller will answer your questions. If it's a serious injury, call him. John Fuller is there for you with free legal advice when you need it most. You don't have to hunt and peck for someone who may or may not help you. He is committed to helping you. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. PersonalInjuryCO.com.
We had the wrong phone number.
I know.
This is Ross Kaminsky from my friends at American Financing. With a VA
Well, you got to take it outside though.
Yeah.
There's no mortgage.
The answer.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Receive some of the lowest rates in the industry. If you're already in a mortgage, no problem. You can existing.
Tell him we know people who are. One guy went to intensive care because of it.
I'll stop by there when I leave here.
Meaning a lot more money for you and your family. So don't wait to take advantage and perhaps save yourself $1,000.
So, what is this
That's the part
green?
that I get concerned about. Like, I try to, like for DAF, do it an hour of the show, or like, I'm always Googling numbers Tom's giving out and stuff to catch that. Those, you know what I mean? And I'm just going, how is she, I don't know that she can do it, or will, you know? I don't know.
Well,
So that's the kind of stuff that makes me nervous. You know what I'm saying?
The 2020 race is revving up. Live from Detroit, 20 candidates, 2 big nighters. The CNN Democratic presidential debates, tonight at 8 Eastern on CNN.
Did you get hold of him, Clint?
Yeah. Now it's just ringing forever.
At a certain point, you're ready for living with
It's a different number.
Sometimes that means a location with access to everything.
I'll be at after this show. What do you
Light
do?
rail, or a little extra help from a professional caregiver. Or for some folks, maybe a lot of extra help. Sometimes you want great food from a gourmet chef right in your building, and sometimes you'd enjoy interesting activities
No, I
and
just need
events
to talk
too.
to you.
You'll find all of these things at the beautiful upscale Carillon at Bellevue Station, a 55-plus community right here in the Denver Tech Center. When you live at the Carillon at Bellevue Station,
Don't worry, I don't like you that way.
Keep fit at the gym, get your hair cut or your nails done at the salon and spa.
Never
While
put the
care
part of
staff
George.
take care of weekly housekeeping so you can enjoy your life. Oh, your cat and dog are welcome too. So give them a call at 720-440-8200 to learn about their huge.
It's amazing how I do know some of this.
720-440-8200 or learn more at rosskaminsky.com/Carillon. That's rosskaminsky.com/CAROLIN.
Ah, he's fun. He's doing hisname.com/ and then a client. That's a good subpage. That's a good idea, Ross. He's doing a good job there. I could do tommartino.com/. But TomMartino.com now goes referrals. The last time we tried to take that away, we screwed. But we can still keep it going.
Do referralist.com/.
Yeah, but even TomMartino.com/, same thing. It'll be the same thing. But you're right, we can do that. MarkMajor.com, Mark.
I think Mikey grabbed it years ago. I'm almost sure he does. It doesn't matter, though, because it's spelled so differently than people think.
Oh, you know what? People wouldn't get to it anyway.
That's what I mean.
Oh, you're right. How about, let's see, what do we call you? Major, Mark Major. Then if they try to spell that, shit, that would be a fucked up royal mess. Magger. Do people ever say Mr. Magger?
Not as much as you would think.
Really?
Mager.
Because that would be M-A-G-G.
Yeah, but think a wager. I made a wager with somebody.
Oh, Mark Major, as in wager with an M. That's the way I would do Mark Major, as in wager with an M. Okay.
Now is the time to call and save a full 12% on all services for select installers. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or DRI.
Itch relief for your dog. Finally, get rid of those hot spots. Hi, I'm Tom Martino.
303-713-TALK. Mark Trenner will be here next week, is it? Trenner Law?
No, into September.
Oh, I'm sorry. A lot of people are asking about him because of, I don't know, must be something about the summer, creative time. People are thinking about things. And Mark Trenner can protect anything you have immediately. Provisional patents you must know about. They are an immediate place in line. Here's what it says, that if you are first, you'll get the patent. If someone had gotten there first, no harm done. You just don't go through with the patent. You see what I'm saying? So you don't have to wait for a patent search and all of that crap. You can do a provisional patent immediately. Now, you may want to do a search, you know, for the obvious stuff, but it's a placeholder. Trenner Law does those. He can do more for you. 720-221-3708. That's Mark Trenner. Okay, now, spread the word, too. We're going to be going to another hour. It's going to be a lot of help for a lot of people. Chloe, we're on the phone with Hammerschmidt Management, 303-980-0700. We got one guy in intensive care, some people with newborn babies. We've got people with critical, you know, you can't go without electricity in this heat. Now, Steve's got a comment on rip-off contractors, and then we have lines open at 303-713-TALK. Go ahead, Steve.
You mentioned that about, you know, contractors with, you know, Spanish surnames.
Yeah.
I really feel that it was the way they were brought up. You know, I don't know about the surname, but it was just the way they were brought up. I think if anybody that was a kid...
But I'm not really making... No, honest to God, I wasn't making it about the people, and I really wasn't. What I was saying is, why is it because we have so many businesses now being started and owned? Mark brought up the sanctuary state, because I didn't want to get it to be about the people, because I don't like generalizing about people like the way they're brought up. Well, what does that mean, Steve?
Well, put it this way. When you were brought up, you had to do your chores. You get allowances. You didn't do your chores, you didn't get that allowance. Well, these kids never had an allowance, and they just, to me, it's almost like they run amok. You know, I find
just the opposite. When I deal with specifically Mexican immigrants and Mexican workers, I find them harder working and better at it and more attentive in most cases.
Well, Tom, put it this way. You know me. So, and my last name is a surname. And you helped me out about
Steve, yes, I do know you, and you are very attentive, and you're very anal retentive. You know, you're overboard on your perfection. But I think that's not exclusive to, you know, Americans or you know, I'm not saying Americans, but like WASPs, for example, or a certain ethnic group. That's certainly not unique. I am saying, when I brought up the observation that lately, the last few weeks, the businesses that are owned by these guys that took money and disappeared, they happen to have Hispanic surnames, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I wasn't saying because of the people. I was thinking more demographically. Do we have more people starting businesses now because of the state? Do we have more people moving in? What is the reason? What do you think the reason is?
Well, there are a lot of people moving in, that's for darn sure. We were just out and about yesterday, and I tell you what, traffic on I-25 right now is tremendous. It takes me an hour and a half just to get up north from Highlands Ranch, and it just, it is. There are a lot of people moving in. But
yeah. And by the way,
yeah.
Steve, for those listening, does have a Hispanic last name. So, you know, here's the deal.
You know what?
Yeah.
He did the most remarkable job at our house.
Oh, my, it was nice.
Listen, I had no idea he could match. We just needed touch-up done. Different paints, different rooms.
He's great.
Him and his wife.
He's crazy good.
I can't believe how reasonable it was as well.
Hey, Steve, you're crazy good at what you do. Thank you. And, again, I didn't mean a slight against Steve or anybody particular. In fact, I don't mean it as a slight against people. I remember one time I was doing restaurant reports, and I made an observation that most restaurants with bad scores were Chinese restaurants. It just happened to be a fact. When there is a fact, that's not profiling. Now, if I went out to try to prove that, that's profiling. That's trying. But I had no end result.
What was the main problem? Like a lot of cat hair or what?
Oh, stop. Now, that's disgusting. Now, here's what it was. They have a different philosophy in general. I talked to a restaurant owner in refrigeration. That's what. In most cases.
The grossest restaurant I've ever been in was a Chinese restaurant.
They feel they can keep stuff out, and once it's cooked on high heat, it doesn't matter.
There was a buck a scoop, they called it.
I know.
On Peoria.
Mark, that was one I reviewed. There was one I reviewed. Do you know what the owner said?
God, it was disgusting.
The restaurant report said, and I quote, it said, the owner had to instructed owner to scoop out cockroach carcasses from cooler. Scoop out cockroach carcasses from cooler.
Can you
I called the guy.
I
called the guy and I said, "Sir, you know, as part of this, it was called Food for Thought on Channel 4." I said, "Do you have a comment?" And he says, "Yes. Tell them the food is good." That was his comment, and I had to say it. I stood out front and said, when asked if he had a comment, the owner said, "Tell them the food is good," and that's what I got. Okay, so I made that observation, not on the air, but I made the observation. I wonder why, and I talked to inspectors and to restaurant owners and found out. Now, there was another observation I made. I went out and we rode around and went to parking lots and found out people that don't click their seatbelts. And we found out an overwhelming statistic that I was not allowed to use nor even talk
What was it?
I'm not going to tell you.
What is it?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
Of people who don't use seatbelts.
You better cop it up tomorrow.
It was at the time, and it may not be true, but I tell you, out of 1,000 people,
the majority,
80%.
Who?
I'm Tom Martino. Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. Save all your problems for me.
Sheridan
Well,
Auto
we're supposed to have power by this afternoon or this evening.
I bet you I can guess.
Are we off?
No.
I bet you I can
I want
guess.
you to wait, okay? Please wait.
Okay, I'll wait.
Do you want me to call these people back?
Yes.
38.
Okay.
Are we off?
No.
I